Which of the following usually exclude when measuring a country's gross domestic product GDP? আমরা কি বাদ দিই? দি ভ্যালু অফ ইন্টারমিডিয়েট গুডস ইউজিং প্রোডাকশন, এটা হবে। ইন্টারমিডিয়েট গুড কোনগুলোকে বলছি আমি বলছি। ধর একটা মোবাইল তৈরি হবে, মোবাইল তৈরি হওয়ার জন্য অতই এক কাঁচ লাগবে, সুইচ লাগবে, বোর্ড লাগবে। তো আমরা ওই সব কটার একসঙ্গে কানেক্ট করি না, এতটা বোর্ড এতটা আমরা একটা মোবাইলকে শুধু কাউন্ট করি জিডিপিতে, যে পুরো প্রোডাক্টটা হয়ে যাওয়ার পর ওটাকে জিডিপিতেই করি। এর এক্সপ্লেনেশন হচ্ছে the gross domestic product GDP. It measures the total value of all final goods and services produced with the geographically boundaries of country with a financial year 1st April থেকে 31st March. It in GDP, second-hand goods are never count will calculate GDP to avoid double counting only the value of final goods in consider not intermediate good. Intermediate goodsকে কাউন্ট করা হয় না এখানে, ইন্টারমিডিয়েট গুডসকে কাউন্ট করা হয় না। Will calculate GDP. The development of GDP was done in 1934 by Russia-American economic Simon Cousins. Gross National Product (GNP). There was a total value of all final goods and services produced by the citizens of the country. Work done by women at home is outside is calculate percentage of GDP. মানে আমাদের মা যারা বাড়িতে কাজ করে ওটাকে জিডিপিতে কাউন্ট করা হয় না, কিন্তু তারা যদি বাইরে গিয়ে কোনো কাজ করে কন্ট্রিবিউট করে ওটা জিডিপিতে কাউন্ট হয়। GNP, Gross National Product, GDP, Gross Domestic Product, NFAI, Net Factor Income from Abroad. GNP equal to GDP equal to NFAI. Features reference real GDP. A base year is taken as a reference. Price base, it's calculated at constant price. Inflation adjustment, it is inflation adjusted. Nominal GDP, due to inflation nominal GDP reference কি হচ্ছে, due to inflation it is usually higher than real GDP. Price base, it is calculated at the current price, it is calculated based on current price. Inflation adjustment, inflation is adjusted here. Next question, assertion, globalization lead to increase inequality in India. হ্যাঁ, এটা ঠিক আছে। Growth was unevenly distributed, benefit most of urban and elite and সার্ভিস সেক্টর। হ্যাঁ, এটা ঠিক আছে, দুটোই ঠিক আছে। কারণ কী হচ্ছে, গ্লোবালাইজেশনের সময় যারা গরিব মানুষ আছে তারা তাদের প্রোডাক্টে কী প্রভাব পড়বে, সব যারা জেনজি ক্লাস ছিল তারাই লিখেছে। এলপিজি এক্সাম্পল, এলপিজি লিভ ফর্ম, এলপিজি ফুল ফর্ম হচ্ছে লিবারাইজেশন, প্রাইভেটাইজেশন, গ্লোবালাইজেশন। অ্যাবলিশ ফ্রম লিবারালাইজেশন, abolition of industries, license permit Raj, reduce import duties, etc. P. Privatization, transfer of ownership of management of government owned entire to private entities. Its objective is to improve efficiently reduce the financial burden on government and increase competition in various sectors. Globalization, the process of increased economic, social, and cultural integration between countries through trade, investment, technology, and communication. This leads to the free flow of goods, service, capital, and labor across board. Which of the following statement about light industries is correct? Use light materials to make consumer goods. Heavy metals, terminology industries that use large machine and high capital and produce in capital. High capital investment, mechanic, mech- machinery, heavy and complex machinery, labor, skill and more workers, labor, skill and more workers, production, large scale production, raw materials, heavy raw materials like iron, coal, etc. Example, iron and steel industries, shipbuilding and cement building factories. Light industries, their meaning industries that use small machine and low capital and creates low capital low investment, mechanics, light and simple mechanics, labor, fewer fewer work required favor work required, production, small scale production, raw materials, light raw materials like cotton, plastic. Example of textile industry, food processing industries, etc. Next question: which of the following statement accurately describe the law of demand in microeconomics? Micro মানে ছোট, macro মানে বড়। As price increase demand বলে as price increase demand decrease। Satire parables. Example: demand, the quality of a good or service that consumers are willing and able to purchase at specific specific price during a specific period of time. Desire plus ability. Demand key, the quantity of goods or service that consumers are willing and able to purchase at significant price during specific period of time. Desire plus ability, relation between price and demand. Law of demand, there is an inverse relation between price and demand. When price increase, demand decrease, and when the price decrease, the demand increase. Con- condition, this this law applied only when the consumer income is constant, the price of other goods is constant, there is no change in consumer preference. Test bracketed test. Movement and shift in demand curve. Movement, this occurs when where is a change in the price of the product product. Shift, this occurs when there is a change in factor other than price, such as income, consumer and preference, or the price of related goods. Movement and shift in demand curve. The supply curve show that when the price increase, the supply increase, and when the price decrease, the supply decrease. Demand curve. This price state that there is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity demand. When the price increase, the quantity demand decrease. When the price decrease, the quantity demand increase. Exception, law of demand, given and available good, given good এটা হচ্ছে interior and non luxurious, given good হচ্ছে inferior and non luxurious. Price effect, demand increase when price is increased. Main reason lack of better alternative and necessity. Example wheat, rice, coarse grain, basic food. Available good হচ্ছে high end and luxurious good. Price effect. Demand increase when the price increase. Main reason show off and status symbol like iPhone, Mercedes, diamond jewelry. Next question. The term Navaratna in India sector reform referred to. Term Navaratna is public sector referred to public enterprise granted public enterprise granted autonomy for better performance. Navaratna in public sector. This receive autonomy for better performance. There are 14 Maharatna, 5,000 plus crore profit and 2026 Navaratna. There are companies come under the Department of Public